My name is Livy Loxton, and today we are going to be going over something that I created a while back. It wasn't really a long time ago. It was about a month ago. I wrote a backstory to King Magnifico. If you don't know who King Magnifico is, he is the villain of the new Disney movie known as Wish. Now, I'm one of those people who personally does not like the movie Wish. And so I decided to rewrite the movie, but adding my own personal twist onto it. I don't think anybody has done a villain backstory quite yet for King Magnifico. So I decided to give it a try and do a King Magnifico backstory because I felt like the movie lacked so much in that area that we did not get enough about him. And so that's why I'm going to be reading to you guys today. I'm going to be reading you guys today Leaving It All Behind. Now, this is a musical. So, and some of the songs are Disney, some of the songs are my own personal songs. So, if I sing the songs, it's because this movie is a musical. And if I sing it in my best boyish voice ever, it's because it's being sung by a boy. And I have attempted to sing like a boy, and I know it's going to sound so weird, for a very long time. I have attempted to sing like a boy because there are certain songs that I believe should be sung by a boy, and there are certain songs that I believe should be sung by a girl. So, so this is going to be a weird video if you don't know that. So this is called, this story, it's a script, it's called Leaving It All Behind. Script by Livy Loxton. And I'll also be going through my ideal cast. Now, the ideal cast here is not very long. So, Prince Augustus, aka King Magnifico. I changed his name for various reasons. It's obviously because King Magnifico is such a it's not what they should have named him at all. He is going to be played by Jackson Dollinger. If you don't know who Jackson Dollinger is, this is Jackson Dollinger. Actually, I am a huge fan of this guy. He is very much an amazing singer and an amazing actor for Disney. He doesn't work for Disney anymore that I know of, but yeah. The son of a king who is about to turn 13 wants to be king, but not quite sure what he truly wants. Prince Augustus inspired by the character Simba. So, when I was writing this story, I saw a lot of similarities between Prince Augustus and Simba. Simba was a person who he started out that he was a lion. I shouldn't say person. Was a lion who wanted to be king. And, we have the whole song, I Just Can't Wait to Be King. I was this close to putting the song in the script, and I was like, nah, I shouldn't do that. They gotta be somewhat different. But Prince Augustus is similar to Simba in the way that he wants to be king, but he's not ready for the responsibility yet. Simba was never truly ready for the responsibility of becoming king. So, next up on our cast list is Amaya. Amaya is 9 years old. Now, yes, Prince Augustus is 13 by the end of the book. Amaya is 9. Do not tell me that there is 4 years age difference and it's a bad thing that they are 4 years apart. Now, this isn't the biggest age gap I've ever seen done for princesses and kings and queens and all that kind of stuff. This isn't the biggest age gap I've seen. I wanted to keep it at a minimum. I still wanted it to be a pretty big age gap, but I still wanted to keep it at a minimum. I did this because in the olden days, it was normal to get married at a very young age. Actually, my great grandmother was married around like 16, 18, and I know my grandma was married around 19. And I'm actually going to attend a wedding tomorrow, where 20-year-olds are getting married. So, it's not a bad thing to get married young. It should still be a thing to get married young. Honestly, I think marriage is one of the most amazing things. So, now, moving forward, Amaya, no, she's not a princess, she's not a queen, she has no loyalty whatsoever. Amaya is a young maiden who is the prince's best friend and longs to be free of her stepmother. I forgot the word to be. Yeah, there we go. Amaya is inspired by a mixture of the characters Nala and Cinderella. So she's a mixture of the characters Nala and Cinderella. She's similar to Nala in the way that she falls in love with a character who's similar to Simba, that being Prince Augustus. She's similar to the character Cinderella because she has an evil stepmother and she's a maid. I based a good majority of Amaya's character off of Cinderella, more so than Nala, but her strong spirit definitely comes from Nala. Next up, oh wait, I forgot to tell you who plays Maya. Amaya is played by Scarlett Spencer. Scarlett Spencer is this girl. This is Scarlett Spencer. This is also who I would picture playing Asha. I think Asha should be played by Scarlett Spencer. If I were to do the cast and crew, I think that Jackson Dollinger and Scarlett Spencer should play the main roles. Just because I think it should be someone young. But this is who plays Amaya. Now, moving forward, Asher is played by Ryan Gosling. Now, I'm sure a bunch of people know who Ryan Gosling is. He is the Barbie Ken. He's Ken. It's Ken. That's who that is. But if you don't know, Ryan Gosling plays Asher in this story, my personal cast. Asher is a wishing star from the heavens, a loyal friend to the king who continues to warn the king of magic that could corrupt him. Asher is inspired by the character the genie. Okay, so if you don't know the main reason why they stopped doing the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Starboy thing. They stopped doing that because they felt the character was too similar to the genie. Now, one thing that's worth noting is that Asha's 7 friends are supposed to be inspired by the 7 dwarves. Okay. Good. Why couldn't you just state that Starboy was an inspiration of the genie? That's what I literally put. I put that Asher is an inspiration of the genie. Now, no, this is not the same star that Asha meets. This is Starboy's dad. And unfortunately, we're going to find out something very bad happens to him. But Asher is Starboy's dad. So this is not the same Starboy that Asha meets. Asha meets the son of Asher. But I still don't get why Disney couldn't do this, because there are so many differences you could make. Actually, a line I want Starboy to have is that Asha asks him, "So you're like a genie?" And then Starboy responds, "No, don't ever compare me to a genie. That's my worst nightmare." So, I honestly don't know how Disney couldn't make him different from the genie. They've done it before. Why can't they do it again? Next up is King Eric, which is played by Chris Pine, a powerful sorcerer king who came from poor, longing for more power each day. King Eric is inspired by a mixture of the characters Scar and Jafar. He is similar to Scar in the way that he wants to be king. He's similar to Jafar in the way he wants to be king. And he wants more power. So, basically, King Eric was He's he's Prince Augustus's father, and he's mainly what inspires Augustus to go down the dark, evil trail that he goes on. So this story actually has two villains, and here is our next villain. I'm sure everybody knows what Chris Pine looks like, right? I don't have to look up that kind of picture. I will have to look up a picture for this person. I don't think anybody's heard of this person. Stepmother Agatha. This is the next villain. So there's two villains in this story. Stepmother Agatha, which is played by Kate Blanchett. If y'all don't know who that is, please go rewatch Cinderella. But Kate Blanchett played the live-action stepmother in Cinderella. That's why I chose her, because she's played a stepmother before. And Stepmother Agatha is an evil stepmother who forces Amaya to be her maid. Agatha is inspired by the character Lady Tremaine, and Kate Blanchett plays Lady Tremaine in the live-action Cinderella. I really wanted to do the actual Lady Tremaine from the animated movie, but that person is no longer with us. Very sad. Rest in peace. But I chose somebody who I knew would just be as good. Now, this next person, King Elliot, is played by James Earl Jones. If you don't know who that is, please go brush up on your Disney. He played Mufasa in the live action and in the animated original. Now, the faithful king of the Star Granters, King Elliot, is inspired by the character Mufasa. Now, he is similar to Mufasa because I really think that he is one of those faithful kings. And I really felt like Mufasa was a faithful king. Even if he was technically not royalty now at times. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go hear about the new live action Mufasa and how Mufasa is no longer royalty. Anyway, so King Elliot is played by James Earl Jones. This is James Earl Jones. The guy is still alive to this day. This is him. Moving forward, the very last person we will be going over is narrator Estella. You know, she's not inspired by Corella. Janet McTeer plays her. This person she played the narrator in Aurora. She was she was the narrator in Maleficent. That is why I chose her. So this is Janet McTeer. I chose her because she was the narrator in the movie Maleficent. A wishing star from the heavens who has chosen a life of a human. Asha's great grandmother on her mother's side. Estella is inspired by every Disney narrator. Asha, so what seems so weird to me in the original movie was that Asha was able to have so much power, be a fairy godmother, and she's just merely human. That doesn't seem right to me. There should be something different about this girl that makes her a fairy godmother or all those things. So I made it so that her great-grandmother married a human and convinced a child that was half human, half star. And that half human, half star is able to grant wishes, sort of, kind of. She can do what a fairy godmother can do. And that person got married, had a child, and eventually led to Asha's mother. Asha's mother has the same powers, but she never really knew that. Asha is going to find all this out from Starboy. Pretty cool, huh? I did some like digging and made everything connect. So, sorry, I didn't mean to kick the camera. So let's read this story. So there are 3 acts. We're going to read the first act today, and we'll read the second act tomorrow or later today. Just depends. But here we go. Opens in a quiet library that is illuminated by a single candle. The camera zooms in on a lettered-bound book titled Leaving It All Behind. The book rests on an edged wooden desk. The book slowly opens, revealing delicate pages filled with illustrations that would come to life. Let us tell an old story anew. We will see how well you know it. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom ruled by a powerful king. As the pages turned, images of a powerful king appeared surrounded by a green aura. The king came from nothing, and he wished to have power beyond. He called upon a star to grant his wishes. The illustrations depict the king calling upon a star. A star boy comes down, and so a star came down from the heavens. Together the king and the star created the kingdom of Rosas. The book turns the pages to a beautiful kingdom of roses. But this story is not about the king. This story is not just about the king, or the star, or the young girl, but about the boy who was a prince about to turn 13. The camera zooms in on one of the illustrations. The illustration depicts a young boy and a girl lying in a field. For this boy was a prince who wasn't quite sure what he wanted in life. But everything for him was about to change. Amaya looks at Augustus. Can I ask you a question? Oh, I skipped some part. Okay. So we're just finished up where the narrator left off. The young boy and girl are laughing and playing in a field together. Amaya looks at Augustus. Can I ask you a question? Prince Augustus glares at Amaya. I guess. Do you want to be king? No one's ever really asked me that. I'm not sure what I want. I want to make my father proud. So, yeah, I guess I want to be king, if it pleases my father. Do you ever worry that nothing is permanent? Not really. Why not? I don't worry because, well, I have you, my dad, and our kingdom. I don't feel alone now that I have everything I need. The song Some Things Never Change by Kristen Anderson and Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez starts playing. Prince Augustus sits up and starts singing. Yes, the wind blows a little bit colder, and we're all getting older, and the clouds are moving on with every autumn breeze. Peter Compton just became fertilizer, and my leaves a little sadder and wiser. That's why I rely on certain certainties. Yes, some things never change, like the feel of your hands in mine. Some things stay the same, like how we get along just fine, like an old stone wall that'll never fall. Some things are always true. Some things never change, like how I'm holding on tight to you. The song ends, a loud bell rings in the castle. I must hurry home. Prince Augustus puts a purple flower in Amaya's ear. I'll see you later. Amaya lets go of his hand and hurries home. Prince Augustus walks into the castle dirty. His father greets him at the doorway. Disappointed. King Eric disappointed. Son, look at you. You're covered in dirt. This is no way for a prince to look. Father, I was out playing. A prince does not play. A prince studies. But, Father, I don't want to hear it. Go clean yourself up. Continue your studies. I don't want to see you until dinner, when I will quiz you. Understood? Yes, Father. Prince Augustus walks away saddened. The camera moves away from the castle and focuses on a tiny cottage in the woods where Amaya lives with her stepmother. Amaya walks into the cottage very happy and dancing. As she twirls, Amaya bumps into her stepmother, Agatha. Agatha turns around unhappy. Where have you been? I was playing with the prince. Playing with the prince, you say? Well, while you were off fantasizing about playing with the prince, I've been here cleaning. But I really was playing with the prince. I don't want to hear it. You're nothing more than a commoner, a maid. Why would a prince want to ever hang out with you? So don't lie to me. I know no prince would hang with a maid because you're a maid, and that's all you will ever be. Now get to cleaning. Agatha walks away. Yes, ma'am. Picks up a broom and begins to sweep. A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes by Edeline Woods starts playing. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. The song ends as Amaya stops sweeping and stares out the window at the stars. Meanwhile, back at the castle, King Eric and Prince Augustus get ready for dinner. They sit at the dining room table, ready to eat and talk. King Eric looks stern, has a stern and firm look. Okay, son, I said I would quiz you, so answer this question for me. Is it better to be feared or loved? It is better to be feared. King Eric picks up his chicken and takes a bite. Swallows and clears his throat. Good. Now tell me why. No one will threaten you if they are all scared of you. Can I ask a question now, Dad? Fine. If it is truly better for a king to be feared, to be more feared than loved, doesn't that mean that you're always alone? Loneliness isn't a bad thing, son. In fact, loneliness can harden and mold you into a strong king. Now answer this question for me. If a king is threatened, what is your first motive? To declare war, even if it means putting people in danger. But Dad, isn't the king's job to protect? Son, don't ask pointless questions. By declaring war, you're protecting the kingdom. Sorry. Princes and kings don't apologize, son. Last question. What kind of person should a king marry? A princess who is feared by her people. But Dad, What if it's not true love? Son, true love doesn't matter. It never matters. I never loved your mother, but at least I mourned her death. Understand? Yes, sir. You are dismissed from the dinner table. Prince Augustus heads to his room and continues studying and gets ready for bed. King Eric leaves the table and heads to his study. The king's advisor, Asher, walks in. How was your dinner, Your Majesty? Fine. Flips through the book of spells. Why are you here, Asher? Because I always check on you after dinner, sir. Okay, well, answer me this question. How many wishes do I have left? 1, Your Majesty. What were my 2 wishes? Your first wish was to be king. Your second wish was to be a powerful sorcerer. Am I allowed to wish for more wishes? No, sir. The rules are I can't kill anybody or bring anybody back from the dead. I can't make anyone fall in love with you, and you can't wish for more wishes. That is unfortunate. I have no idea what my last wish should be about. Sir, maybe your last wish should be for the people of Rosas. Nonsense. Those people have done nothing for me. Why should I give them my last wish? Because you are the king, and your job is to the people. If not for the people, Your Majesty, what about your son? I'm not wasting my last wish on my good-for-nothing son. My son won't even make a good king. I should be king of this kingdom forever! But sire, that is impossible. You are mortal, and eventually you will die, and your son will inherit this kingdom. Not if I wish to be immortal. If I wished for immortality, then I will live forever. Therefore, I will be king forever. It's brilliant! I'm not sure that is the best idea for your last wish, sir. Oh, hush. Can I wish for immortality? I'm not sure. I have to check. Fine. Then go check. I expect you back before midnight. Yes, Your Majesty. Asher shapeshifts into his star form and flies away to the kingdom of starlight. Asher lands on dark clouds as he transforms into his human and stands humbled before King Elian of the Wishing Stars. Act 1 ends. Trying to get page break-in started right here. There we go. Okay, everyone. Tomorrow I will be reading Act 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this Act 1 read aloud. That is all I have for you today. Bye!